grinds to a halt on the lower slopes of this wall. Alberto Contador finds the gear he needs and then revs it just that little bit higher and opens up a little bit, well, a wheel length's advantage over Geschke, who sits down, and that could be him gone.
Looked like Geschke was nearly taken out by a motorbike there. That was very close, but Geschke's doing a very, very good ride. But there's a little bit of daylight now. Contador tacking across the road, trying to sort of slice a little bit out of that gradient, which is ridiculously steep. At its steepest, it's 30%. Ben King.
He's closed the gap to Ben King, so Ben King has been neutralised. Alberto Contador very shortly will move into the lead of this stage as the riders are weaving around the road, and they need all the room they can get, so let's hope the spectators give them the room they need. Geschke has gone for a slightly different oscillating pattern up this hill, as three riders are still pretty much joined. There's very little between them, but Geschke just starting to lose that tiny bit of daylight between himself and Alberto Contador. Moves just a few bike lengths ahead as Geschke moves around Ben King. Ben King's valiant effort comes to naught, but a great effort nonetheless. And let's hope these spectators don't get involved giving riders pushes either. Whatever about giving the guys in the bus a bit of a push, well, that's okay. I don't feel too bad about that. But
so won't do it to these leaders. No, that will definitely be frowned upon. But look at Geschke, though. Geschke is riding the race of his life today, using all of the road, tacking across, whereas Contador is taking a more direct route. Obviously, that way, though, it's a little bit harder, but he's dancing on the pedals, sat back. But of course, it's very difficult to get the weight right on the bike on a gradient that's this steep. If you sit too far back, the front wheel comes off the ground. So very, very tough indeed. But
yeah, I mean, it is difficult to ride a gradient this steep, isn't it? As we see the big group behind finally arrive on the hill.
Did see Peter Sagan there.
Very impressive from Sagan in the red jersey of points leader. Sagan tailed off significantly yesterday, and it looks as if the five riders up front, the reason they weren't doing much is because, well, they realized that there was a group coming from behind. The question is, where is Kwiatkowski? Well, he's pretty much out of contention, dropped by that big group that has joined up with the five riders chasing Alberto Contador and Geschke. We're chasing inside the final kilometre now of this fifth stage of Tirano Adriatico, and it's going to be a longer final kilometre than we're used to seeing. And I tell you what, I think Geschke could well be closing up. I think he could well be getting back to Alberto Contador. Has Alberto Contador shot his bolt? Is there still more drama left in this stage? Chris Horner moves past the camera in contention, but these riders are still on the lower slopes of this wall. And Geschke's back to Alberto Contador, and that is a fighting performance indeed from the 28-year-old German.
Fantastic ride by Geschke there.